So within 24 hours, hopefully the government will be back in action and we're going to start getting all the data we need for you to help or at least figure out what the heck's going on with those and the whys behind it. So folks, the bond market's closed today, so there's really going to be no changes in mortgage rates. But I did want to come back and tell you guys the data that's coming down the pike. It will be moving these, and I'm going to explain to you guys why and how today. So here's what we're looking at today. The markets are closed for Veterans Day. So God bless you veterans out there. I just posted a video out there for you. Check out that right up through there. It's helping you understand all the benefits that you deserve and you earned. So let's get over to what the markets are looking like today. So here's what we have. We have the government. It is actually coming out of shutdown mode. Finally, we had the Senate pass this 60-40. So now it's going to go to the House. The House will sign it. It'll go to the president and he'll sign it. Well, hopefully he signs it in time for Thursday's data, because if you're coming into my channel each day, most likely you're not just a mortgage freak. You're trying to figure out what's going on with housing prices, mortgage rates, and mortgage products. So why tomorrow is going to be a big day when it comes to the government coming out of shutdown, or Thursday? Thursday is going to be probably one of the biggest days we're going to have this week. Why? Here's what's happening. Here's the data that we're going to get on Thursday. Okay, inflation, the CPI, the consumer inflation number. Then we're going to get initial jobless claims and continued claims. Why does this matter so much? Well, what does the markets trade off of, and what happened over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks? Well, initially, when the markets or the government shut down, we had some data there that really was cloudy, but the Fed came in, they cut rates and said, okay, we're not that concerned about tariffs and inflation right now. Our biggest concern is right through here. So the markets reacted, and then Federal Chairman Powell came in and said, it's not automatic that we're going to cut rates in December, because when the Fed cut rates 2 weeks ago, the markets were saying, okay, there's a 95% chance they're going to cut again. Well, then Federal Chairman Powell came in about a week ago and said, no, those aren't etched in stone. And then the markets, they just took off from there. The stock market went down, bond yields raised up, mortgage rates went up, and then everybody's like, okay, now what? And then we start getting additional data on the unemployment numbers, and those were cloudy as well. So this Thursday, it's going to be an important day, because as long as the government opens up, hopefully in time for these things, we're going to get a lot of the data that fills in the void for the markets. So let's go through a couple different scenarios. Let's go through this. Let's say inflation comes in on point, but the unemployment rate spikes. Well, the Federal Reserve is going to have to cut. They're going to say, okay, we got to cut now, because they already said our biggest concern right now is the employment numbers. Well, let's say the jobs report comes in and says, okay, the jobs aren't that bad. They're really not that bad. Now, I don't know what they're going to do. Well, then the Federal Reserve is going to sit there and say, well, we don't need to cut, because inflation, it's still up there, because even tariffs haven't been deemed legal or illegal yet. So what's going to happen? Well, that's the dilemma that we sit at right now. So if you're a homeowner, home buyer, what do you do? Well, if you're a homeowner, again, go over to my website. I'd love to be able to work with you. My name is Dan Frio. I come out each day and do videos to help explain to you guys what's going on with mortgage rates, what's going on with mortgage products, and help inform you guys of home ownership. And once you're there, how do you refinance, maybe make homes a little more affordable, or that price or that payment? We can do it right through here. I created the RateWatch 2.0. Basically, what this tool is, let me know what mortgage rate you'd be interested in at least looking at the numbers. So let's say your rate now is 7. And you're like, Dan, when rates get to 6, reach out to me. Let's go over the payment, the cost, what my break-even point is. If it works, we'll move through. Okay, so that's for homeowners. If you're looking to buy, what do you face right now? Well, focus in on this. As the data comes in, think of it this way. The better the news for the economy, the worse the news is for these things over here. So again, if the unemployment number comes in bad, it's bad for the economy, it's going to help these. If inflation comes in a little bit better than expected, they're going to say, okay, well, we can cut these because inflation is coming down. That was their whole goal. So we want to focus on both of these, but if you see inflation take a complete jump up, that's going to be scary as well. So where are the numbers going to go from here? I don't know. So if you're looking to buy, here's the suggestion I'd make. Rates today are 6.34. Get qualified at 6.75, maybe even 7%. Wouldn't you rather get qualified at a payment? This is what I can't afford. And then if rates stay where they are, your payment's maybe $200, $300 less. Might be a good entry point for you, at least so you can get into home ownership. Because I was on the News Nation yesterday, and one of the comments I made, she was asking about a 50-year mortgage, and I said, it's a good entry point, because it's like that old adage, don't try to time the market, it's time in the market. Okay, so if you can get into home ownership and you can make those payments and you can survive after 5, 10 years, you're going to start building equity. And then from there, the equity builds and builds and builds. You might give first-time homebuyers an entry point into this. Am I all for a 50-year mortgage? Check out my interview right up through there with News Nation. I think you might be a little surprised. So, folks, my name is Dan Frio. I come in each day to help explain to you guys what the heck's going on with those and the whys behind it. If you want to learn more about this and all the other kind of things that we have on mortgage rates and products, subscribe over there because every day I come in and hopefully you can learn a little bit something each day. So if you're a realtor, loan officer, love to hear from you. If you're a consumer looking to buy or refinance, reach out to us. We'd love to help you. And again, our slogan is one application, one credit pool. We're going to compare your loan with over 30 different lenders. Who else is going to do that for you and also have a national presence in 35 years in the business? Thank you so much, and I'll see you later today at the closing bell. Have a great day, folks. See you then.